Really? Duct tape? You acting like we on our way to Home Depot.
Hunter! No, Ted! Ah! I don't want to die!
F9 is the 10th film in the Fast and Furious franchise because of Hobbs and Shaw as well. And this follows, well, there's any point me describing the plot to you. It's a Fast and Furious movie. People drive around in cars. They're doing a mission. Dom has a brother. They deal with family. It's a Fast and Furious movie. You know what it's about. But this one, I think, went a bit too far. But let's talk about it. F9 is, to me, what a Fast and Furious movie should be, but just takes the series to another level. Not on a quality level, in terms of a level of scaling up, because each of these movies have gotten more insane. From the first Fast and Furious film, it started as a simple racing movie, and then they're evolving into movies where cars fly into space. These movies have literally gone insane by now, and to be honest, I don't really care how insane these movies go. I don't care if they go to another planet in the next movie, because these movies are just so damn fun. These movies are all great for an entertainment basis, just for sitting back and enjoying yourselves. And as long as I care about the characters, as long as they do stuff with those characters, and as long as I'm seeing those characters on screen together, then I'm having a good time. And these films have started as simple racing action movies to big, extravagant, self-aware action films, and F9 follows sort of a similar tone as the last movie in the franchise, Fast and Furious 8, and it just sort of feels very over the top, very cheesy. And to be honest, I enjoyed all of it, because this movie was a damn blast. I don't really have much connection with this franchise until this movie sort of came out, because I didn't really know which one was which. I knew I enjoyed them every time they were on, but I really did not know which film was which until I rewatched all of them leading up to the ninth one. And to be honest, I had a blast with each of them. I have a good time with every Fast and Furious movie. There's some that are more forgettable than others, and Fast and Furious 9 isn't one of the better ones in the franchise. It doesn't quite reach the heights of 5 and 7 to me, but it's not one of the lowest in the franchise either. I think it's sort of in the middle, and to be honest, I really had a good time with this movie, and pushing logic aside, I really had a good time. I think the action sequences are creative and exciting, and I like the characters on screen, and because the movie is so self-aware about how insane it is, it's self-aware that these characters miraculously survive these insane missions.
Y'all ever thought about the wild missions we've been on? We've taken out planes, trains, tanks. I'm not going to even think about the submarine. And now we got cars flying in the air?
So because it's so self-aware, and because it knows exactly what it is, it's able just to throw everything at the screen and be a damn blast. Let's talk about the action sequences. They're all great. I love all the stunts they pull off. Not quite as well filmed as some of the ones earlier in the series, like Fast and Furious 7 or in Hobbs and Shaw. I think those action scenes are a bit more well filmed than these ones, but because of the chemistry between the leads characters here, it makes it a lot more fun. And there's a great opening sequence with the landmines, and it was a really fun sequence especially. And then we have the finale in space with magnets and weird things. To be honest, it kind of did go too far, but I don't really care. I had a great time watching it. And even though they didn't really find a way to make it make sense or make you go, yeah, that's why they're doing this, no, they just did it because they wanted to up the ante. They wanted to make another insane choice, and they wanted to level up the insanity. And this is easily the most insane these movies have got, and these movies have never gone this far. I know Hobbs and Shaw had like a superhero villain, but this really pushed it too far. But it's a way that I think is completely fine. I'm okay with these movies pushing it too far. I'm okay with these movies doing insane things and not making any sense. Because why should they at this point? There's really no reason as to make the story make sense. And in terms of everything involving a narrative standpoint, they at least try to make exposition scenes more exciting with humor or with action. And they're not bland. None of this movie was boring to me. And let's talk about some of the more emotional sides of the story. This mainly focuses on Dom and his brother, who we now meet for the first time, played by John Cena, who actually wasn't bad in the movie. He was actually fairly fun, and I liked him as a villain quite a bit. And those two have this rivalry for a long time. Dom doesn't see him as part of his family. Of course, family is such an important aspect of these movies. It's weird that his brother has never popped up. But Mia is back as well into play, and it was nice seeing that character back again. Of course, Brian can't be in this movie, but they reference why he's not in here, and they're finding ways to continue the franchise without him in interesting ways. But I think as the franchise goes on, it's going to be really difficult not to include Brian somehow. I don't know what they're going to do in the future of the series. I don't know how they're going to up this, but they'll probably find a way because, why not? Because the relationship between Dom and his brother has never been explored before, we get a lot of very cheesy, overbearingly trying to push for emotion flashback sequences that I liked the way they were filmed, but I didn't like the performances of these guys when they were younger. And there's just something about those scenes that they just really heavily tried to push emotion, tried to make it seem like this was this big dramatic story. Some of the Fast and Furious movies have actually done emotion pretty well. As I said, Furious 7, the last movie with Paul Walker in, very emotional. And reason as to why that should be emotional because it's paying tribute to an actor who died in this series, but there is no reason for F9 to pull these emotional punches, and it doesn't really land at all, and that's probably my biggest issue with the movie, but at least it's trying. It's trying to be more than just random action sequences and a bit of banter between our characters. It's trying to do more, but it doesn't always land. Sometimes the emotion in these movies lands, sometimes they have memorable action, sometimes they don't. It's really not really hit or miss with these movies. It's all usually hits for what you want to get out of them. If you want a very serious, emotional, and dramatic film, don't go to Fast and Furious 9. If you want a movie with extremely dumb story and exciting car chase action sequences that even, yes, go into space and where people come back to life for no reason, then go to Fast and Furious 9. You'll have a blast, and if you like the characters, you'll probably enjoy the movie they're in, because you have these characters on display, and each movie at least pushed the characters to new levels, and the theme of family is still there. I don't think any of these movies have not explored the theme of family before, and they find interesting ways, different ways, each time to do it, but Fast and Furious 9 felt more insane than the others, but it also felt more self-aware than the other films in the franchise. And to be honest, for the majority of the runtime, I had a blast with it. I had a great time. It's not poorly made or anything. It's just a blast. It's a fun time. It's not a great movie, but it doesn't have to be. That's not what we go to these movies for, and this movie understands that exactly. It understands why we go to Fast and Furious. It understands why we like these characters, and I had a blast with it. Overall, I'm going to give Fast and Furious 9 a B. I'm also going to give this movie a 73%. Yeah, because this movie does exactly what it's trying to do, and I had a blast with it, and if you're a Fast and Furious fan, go check it out, you'll have a good time. Make sure to comment your opinions on the movie down below if you have seen it, and make sure to check out my letterbox as well, loads more reviews and thoughts for movies on there. Guys, thanks for watching. Live life, quarter mile at a time.